guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over my Reading Rush TBR. Is actually the same thing as the Booktubeathon. They just changed their name for this year to make it more inclusive, which I am all about. But I believe the Booktubeathon was actually the first readathon that I actually participated in last year, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to leave all the links for the Reading Rush stuff down below in case you guys are interested, including my profile on their website that they have, in case you guys want to add me as a friend. I am super excited about this readathon this year. However, it runs from July 22nd through July 28th, and my due date is July 31st. So we will see exactly what happens with that. I don't know, since this is my first child, if we're going to be early or late or on time. The good thing is that I don't actually work anymore. I have taken some time off to get ready for having the baby and everything, so I do have more time to read. So that is very exciting. I will be doing a week-long vlog that I will post after the Reading Rush is over, just because I have not ever attempted daily vlogs, and I don't think that's something I'm going to really want to do at this point in time. I wake up multiple times a night. I'm super tired, and so that is just not something that seems feasible at this moment. I have 6 books currently on my TBR. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them. Most of them actually could fit multiple categories, which is great. And the Reading Rush doesn't actually have a read 7 books as a challenge this year, which is good. So if you do want to double up on challenges, if that's something that you want to do, you can. I would still like to get through 7 books if possible, just because they do have like special badges you can earn this year, and I'm one of those people that would like to earn that if possible. But again, we're going to be taking it one book at a time and seeing what happens. But let's go over the TBR and I'll show you which books match up to which challenges. So the first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover. For that one, I am picking the first volume of Queen's Quality. This is by Kyosuke Motomi. This is a sequel to QQ Sweeper, which I read, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 years ago. This is one that I also meant to pick up last year. It does have the purple on our spine, but also her eyes and everything is purple here. I have actually not read any of the sequels to QQ Sweeper, even though I absolutely loved that manga. So I actually have the first 7 volumes of this. I believe the 7th book just came out recently because I just picked it up last week. So I always like to pick a manga if possible during a readathon because I find them very easy and quick to get through. Also, I have a backlog of manga that I keep buying for whatever reason and have not read, so I usually can fit in a couple volumes to pad my book numbers if needed, but this is definitely one that has purple on the cover. The second challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time. That is no issue for me. I basically only read on my couch, which is actually just like right over there. I have a very nice comfy spot there. I have very good back support. So that is usually where I find myself reading. I don't really read in bed or anything like that, so that is going to be very easy. I don't have a book picked out for that challenge yet because, again, I might double up. I might pick a whole nother book. Who knows? I'm leaving that spot open. But you don't have to read the book in one sitting. You just have to read the book in the same spot the entire time. So sit somewhere, read your book, you can leave and then come back and you continue it in the same spot. I find that I'm probably going to have a very easy time of that. The third challenge is to read a book that you meant to read last year in 2018. Not only does this manga count for that, but I did pick up a separate book for that specifically, and that is Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna Maguire. This is actually a book that I think I meant to read in a couple different readathons last year and just never really got to it. I have been wanting to read this series for a while. It is a very short book as well, so it would be very easy to get through. And I've heard very, very many good things. This is more of like a fantasy-ish type of book where people had gone to, I think it was like fantasy realms, and then they come back and have to deal with their life afterwards. And it's just very intriguing to me. So hopefully I will actually get to this one this year. because I definitely meant to read it a few times last year. The fourth challenge is to read an author's debut novel or first book, and for that one I did pick Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This is a recent release, just came out at the end of June. I think it was like the last week of June, and I'm very excited to get to this. This one also does have some purple on the cover, as you guys can see, but this is her very first novel. I believe it's going to be in a series, and we have a main character that is a gumiho, which is a like fox spirit from Korean mythology, and there's something where she ends up saving a human boy, and you're not really supposed to reveal yourself to humans, and I don't know much else, but I'm very, very excited for this book, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the longer ones I have picked for this readathon, so we will definitely see it. I mean, it is one that I definitely picked up at the very end of last month, and has been high on my TBR list, so I'm very motivated to get to it. The fifth challenge is to read a book with a non-human main character. For that one, I picked The Kingdom. This is by Jess Rothenberg. This one came in a very, very recent shelf love crate. Again, it's another one that's been on my radar that I've been wanting to read, so it is quite high on my TBR. For this one, I don't know too much about it anymore, but I'm pretty sure our main character is one of these robot type of characters in this sci-fi fantasy type of theme park. I believe they're sort of like princesses in the park. Again, I don't know too much about it, but again, it is going to have non-human main characters, and again, purple on the cover just in case I need it. The sixth challenge is to pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. For that one, I picked up The Hidden Power of Fucking Up by the Try Guys. This is a non-fiction sort of book from them that, again, came out last month. I picked it up. It's high on my TBR, and I just haven't read it yet. Because it is a non-fiction, not necessarily a self-help book, but I want to say more, I think it is like in the self-help section of the bookstore stuff. It's going to be easier to read. There's going to be pictures and everything in here as well. So it is something that I definitely want to get to. Also, this is their first book, so that would also count for that challenge. There's also purple on the cover. I want to say almost every single book I have has purple on the cover. And then the last challenge for this year is to read a book and watch the movie adaptation. That was actually a challenge last year, which I absolutely loved, so I'm very excited that we have it back again this year. For that one, I have picked The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This one is the full collection, which is a bind-up of all the actual books from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because this is the ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm not going to read this whole thing for the readathon. The first book is from page 1 to page 143, and then it goes to the restaurant at the end of the universe. So I actually will only be reading this much of the whole book, which is very doable. And then I also have the DVD ready to go. I've actually seen this movie before, obviously, because I own it. I've seen it multiple times. I absolutely love this movie, and I have the book and just have never actually read it. So I'm very excited to sort of see how that holds up to this one. I did the same sort of thing last year. Last year I read Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It was a movie that I have seen before, absolutely loved, and wanted to see how the book held up. And it was a very, very good experience for me, so I'm hoping this one will be the same. So those are all the books on the TBR so far. Again, I'm going to try to get through all 7 in that week, but we'll see how life lets me handle that. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Again, I'm going to leave my link down below for my profile for the Reading Rush in case you guys want to be friends so we can keep up with what everybody is reading that week. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!